And we are live.
Check 1, 2.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming to the Moody's Hour, the very first episode.
Thank you, Moody.
It's
very exciting.
We got Matt Bros, we got Walker Brooks. Let's rock and roll. So, you guys are all rounded. We can talk about a lot of subjects, but I'm gonna start with the election because tomorrow is election day, obviously. So, let's talk a little bit about that. Get your opinions, and let's roll. So, my first question would be, I'll start with Matt. What do you think is gonna happen with the election? I know it's a very hard question, but give it your best shot.
I mean, what do you mean? What's going to happen?
What do you think is going to win? What do you think?
What do I think? I mean, to be honest, I mean, if we're looking at it either way, I mean, if you look at the polls right now and you look at and all that, I mean, Biden's going to win.
Do you believe in the polls?
Yeah, but the polls, I mean, if you look at 2016, what the fuck does that even mean?
I mean, Hillary had a 99% chance of winning.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Do you believe in the polls?
I think Trump's going to take it.
What about you, Walker?
Yeah, I mean, I really fucking hope that Trump doesn't win, guys. I think that he's dangerous, and it's one thing to be conservative, and
is he conservative? That is the
question. Like when Trump originally took the nomination back in 2016, there was a lot of Republicans that said he wasn't conservative enough, and that he's kind of a flip flopper.
Correct.
And, I think most of all, Trump is an absolute narcissist. I think he gives more of a fuck about his own ego than he does
100% agree
anybody else. There's all these people, he wants to make America great and keep America great. Trump wants to make his ego fucking great again. He has all these fucking businesses, he's got money, whatever, but his family has money. And a lot of his businesses have failed.
So what do you think? Is he going to win or not?
I think he might. I think he might win, yeah.
I think the question we should pose here is why do you think he's going to win?
So you already know he's going to win. Is that what you're saying? You're confident he's going to win?
I'm pretty confident he's going to take it.
Okay, well answer that question you posed. Why
honestly, as somebody on the left, I think one of the reasons why he might win is because the candidate he's running against is shit. I mean, Joe Biden is kind of a joke, let's be honest, guys.
I'm going to have to agree here again.
Joe Biden...
He's a joke.
If Trump wins again, it's the Democrats' fault. And they should be ashamed of themselves because of what they did to Bernie Sanders.
I agree.
And there's a lot of other people on the left that are.
I'm not even sure how did he win the nomination for going against Trump. A lot of people thought he was the best candidate to go against Trump.
Well,
He's an old white man. Maybe it will be a fair fight.
Well, right? And also I think the establishment's afraid of Bernie's. Platforms.
Absolutely.
But we had others. I mean, maybe they didn't want to repeat the woman scenario again, like Hillary. We had a couple other candidates that were doing fine. But it just never gained any traction. I guess.
One thing about Bernie too is the S word, and people are scared of the word socialism. And I think a lot of the Democratic Party was probably afraid that because he is a self-declared socialist, that would be a problem with a lot of the people on the right.
My question here, do people in America really understand what socialism means? Because I feel like this word is very...
it's a buzzword.
It depends where you say it. If you say it in this state, it means something. If you say it in another state, it might mean something else. And also, no one... the best American allies out there, Europeans, they're also socialists. But do Americans understand what socialism is? Or is it just a scare word kind of thing? Because I feel sometimes it is.
When socialism comes to mind, they instantly think of Joseph Stalin. And they think of the Soviet Union and how that failed. And there's a lot more to it.
Think of Cuba.
And you know what I would like to say is, Walker, you can talk to me about this if I'm wrong, but when I think socialism, I think bigger government, more welfare programs. And when has bigger government ever been good for anyone? It never has. When has bigger government programs, when has the government ever done anything right?
I think Matt nails it here. What do you think?
It's complex. There's a lot of different factors, taxes and how you manage those taxes. And there's a lot of corruption. And I think the big government...
Do you believe in big government?
To an extent. And to an extent, I think we already have it. We already have socialism in this country. We have a mixed market economy. Things like Medicare, Medicaid, social security.
Sure. Social security. You said it.
It's very important to a lot of people. And people depend on it.
A lot of people you even know.
Well, and I think you were going to touch on previously, but we were going to talk about the healthcare.
Yes.
Right. I think you talked to me earlier. You said when did the parties become so divided?
Yes.
And I think like back in I want to kind of trace it back to the Clinton days when Bill Clinton was president and he ran against George Bush.
Correct.
The win for George Bush was on such a slim margin that the Supreme Court had to intervene.
Correct.
On that margin, it was all based off Florida votes. It was like 658 votes in Florida.
Yeah.
And there were
The
so much
hanging Chad, right?
Right. Yeah. There was so much debate going on there. And finally, the Supreme Court came out and said, guys, you need to pick a winner. The American people have pretty much chosen, we can't drag this on anymore for America's sake. And,
Yeah.
and so George Bush.
We need a leader.
Right.
Yeah.
And so George Bush came out and won it. But I think what really happened was when Clinton was president, let's talk about division. Like, because I was thinking about this for a while. Like, when did we become so divided as a country? Or at least the parties.
Yeah, go on.
I mean, you know, so you had Bill Clinton in office, and you had his wife, First Lady Hillary. Well, she was trying to basically push through kind of like what, you know, Obama pushed through Obamacare. She tried to get her Hillary. Some people dubbed it Hillary Care in a way, or something like that. But she was trying to
I
get.
never heard that.
Yeah, I never
she,
heard that either.
she did, and we need a fact checker here.
Just by checking.
But look up Hillary Clinton and healthcare when she was first lady. Yeah, or maybe it wasn't Hillary Care, but she had a lot of backdoor meetings and didn't have a lot of partisan support, where she tried to get a.
That was her thing, the same way that Nancy Reagan had the war on
But she was